office at Spectrum. So this is just a snapshot of the EBP framework. So the reason we did this project is because of the delays in discharge. The effects are poor quality and patient safety and longer length of stay. And actually decreased hospital throughput. Our patients were waiting in the PACU longer for a bed, in addition to our patients that were in the ED, which causes a decreased hospital throughput, decreased patient satisfaction, and of course overall the effect on reimbursement. So our PICO question is, among Sharp-Chula Vista Medical Surgical Unit 4 South patients who are confirmed to be discharged home, does implementing the expediter role with the use of teletracking technology features compared to current practice decrease the discharge order to exit from the previous year's data? So we did our literature review and we found that creating a specific role for discharging patients can lead to improved discharge time, and using technology can also improve our discharge efficiency. So this is just a snapshot of our pre-implementation data. Our inclusion criteria was, we compared our data this year. We did our data collection from July, August, and September, and we compared it to last year at the same time frame. We also, in addition, measured our HCAP scores under the domain of discharge information for the same time frame this year compared to last year. So this is an overview of the role. The shift was from 9 in the morning to 5:30, Monday through Friday, with no holidays. The primary responsibility of the nurse was to expedite all aspects of the discharge process. So that nurse removed any type of tubes, lines, did a review of the discharge medications. They did any vaccines, home care, anything that needed to be done. They focused on patients that were discharged to home only. And we used the discharge timer on teletracking to keep track of the discharge timeline. That role, or that nurse also was the primary liaison between any of the physicians. Say the hospitalist would put a discharge in and say it was up to the surgeon to discharge the patient, or we needed to make sure there was any more information from that surgeon. So that nurse was the one that would call the physicians and make sure that it was okay between any of the physicians to discharge the patient.
Good afternoon, my name is Erica. So this is a screenshot of one of our teletracking portal screens. At Sharp Healthcare, we utilize the teletracking software to place patients and to provide transparency with our throughput. During EBPI, we implemented and used 4 key features from teletracking, as well as reporting, so that we didn't have to do 1,400 patients manually. Most of that was done for us with teletracking. So the 4 things that we used were first pending discharges. The night shift nurses would place pending discharges on patients that they anticipated to be discharged within the next 24 hours. This helped the expediters during their downtime to prioritize getting those patients ready for discharge. We utilized the discharge timer. Once the order was written, the timer started. That way everybody could see how long it had been since the discharge had been ordered. Discharge timer alerts, so all of the expediters had the alerts set on, and anytime a patient passed the threshold of 2 or 4 hours, they got an alert as a reminder that they needed to get these patients out. The 4th thing was the milestones to track delay reasons during the discharge process. This is just a slide of the workflow and the points at which the expediters were working with the teletracking throughout their shift. This is our EBPI time frame, July to August, with discharges home weekdays only, and the HCAP scores during the EBPI time. This graph shows the baseline with 56% of the discharges were out in under 4 hours, and then with EBPI we increased that by 11% to 67%. The HCAPS increased by 5%, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but this was the first time in this domain that we've got above 90%. So leadership's commitment to creating a role specific to enhancing the discharge process with the use of technology has significant and sustainable impact on timely, cost-effective, and efficient patient discharges. And we recommend to disseminate these results throughout Chula with the recommendation of expediters and using the technology to enhance the discharge home process. These are references, and we'd like to thank you all.